Today on the farm, we're gonna spend $3,000. Woo! Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome to the farm vlog today. Our flags are in bad shape. They're hurting, man. So today we're gonna take you and we're gonna show you how our flagpole works. This is a homemade flagpole setup. We also have some gravel coming out here to the farm. We're gonna be putting some gravel on the farm road a little bit here, and we'll show you the new shed that we just put in. We basically needed a shack down here at the garden so that we could put tools, and I want to separate my fuel, my gasoline, from the building that has the wood stove in it. I think it's pretty smart. So come along on the farm vlog today. We're going to have a little bit of fun getting some chores done here on the farm. We'll show you and we'll talk to you about the driveway. We'll talk to you about the new shed, and we'll talk to you about how to make your own flagpole like this. All right? Woo! Stoney Ridge. I don't know if you guys have priced flagpoles or not, but if you want a flagpole on your farm or on your homestead, you're going to be spending some bucks. Upwards of $300, $500, $700 for a substantial flagpole seems absolutely ridiculous. So we picked up some pieces of irrigation pipe, 3-inch irrigation pipe, and we made our own flagpoles. Now I've got 4 other pieces of pipe, and we plan on stationing American flags throughout our farm in different areas just to celebrate being good Americans. All right, so I'm going to give you a little detail, and in a future vlog we're going to do a video dedicated to building this yourself. But I'll tell you exactly what we did and give you a little detail on it. So this is about 3 bags of concrete right here, and basically inside this 3-inch piece of irrigation pipe, and my flag looks so bad, I'm sorry to even show you that, but inside this 3-inch piece of irrigation pipe is a 2-inch piece of PVC, and you'll see as we slide this out. So I designed it as the concrete was drying where I could slide this in and out just like so, and there's the PVC pipe underneath it. That kind of gives it a little bit of extra support and helps me with the design where I didn't have to figure out a way to pull the flag up and down. All I had to do was figure out a way to pull the flagpole down. And this is a 20-foot piece of irrigation pipe. I've got a simple little cable set up to hold the American flag in place, and then we use some zip ties to hold the rest of the flags in place. Now, so far so good. The heavy-duty zip ties have been outlasting the flags. Awesome. So the flagpole basically slips right up, and you can't do this on a windy day. And you bring it on down, just like so, making sure that our stars and stripes don't hit the ground. Just like so. Come down off the gator, and I'll lower it down here to where I can get to it. That's it. So we make sure that our old flag doesn't hit the ground here. I'll tuck it under my arm. And basically I just have these little clips to hold it in place. Little swivel clip, just like so. And that just holds it in place. We'll undo the swivel, and these are a brass clip, and we'll undo the swivel down here, just like so. And then we'll show you how the flagpole design is once we get this protected. I will give you one piece of advice. Don't buy this kind of flag because they just don't last. Now the grommets held up good in it, but this is the kind of flag, it's just, I don't know if the word is embossed or bleached in there. It's just a dye. It's just one piece of fabric with a dye in it. And it's really not a quality flag. I like to hang a flag that's embroidered and really nice. And we'll post a link down in the video description if you want to get yourself a really nice flag. I'll show you the one we have. So this is the new flag that we have, and you can just see the difference in the quality of those stars. It's nice, it's embroidered, it's sewn. It's a very nice flag. Now, will this flag outlast that flag? I don't know, the jury's out on that, but I think it's just better to have a nice, pretty quality flag. I'll post a link down in the video description. Before we hang the flag, let me show you how it's all hooked together, and it's really, really simple, really easy setup. So the flagpole itself, this is the top of the flagpole, and this is the connection point for the irrigation pipe. There's a whole lot of this stuff you'll find on old farms that people will sell you or give you if it's damaged, if it's unusable anymore. I think we paid 10 or 20 bucks for this. Very, very cheap. Basically, this just sits over top. It's just a ring bolted together of nylon covered braided wire. And this is just a little chain section. I don't know exactly what you call it. I can't remember. I'm spacing it out. But down below here, we also have one more ring of cable that's coated in nylon and another one of these clips, and it does just fine. It does a great job, and you don't have to spend $200 on a 20-foot flagpole that's as substantial as this. This is a very substantial post. So this is a 3-inch piece of irrigation pipe, and this is a 2-inch piece of PVC with a cap on it. That cap fits snugly inside that 3-inch irrigation pipe, and basically we set this in concrete first. So once we had this in place, we slid the 3-inch pipe over top of the 2-inch pipe, poured concrete around it, and this was some extra concrete that we had for when we poured a pad. And basically once we got it around there, I just kind of moved it back and forth a little bit while it was a little bit semi-soft and opened up a hole. Pretty simple. So we're just going to lift it up and slide it back over the post. Little bit of wind. The wind's trying to get me here. Oh, there we go. Slide it back over. Right down in the concrete. Good to go. So here's how it just slips in and out of the concrete, just like so. Cool. Now I just got to wait for my dump truck guy to get here. And basically what we're doing, we've ordered some number 57 gravel, and we're going to be running it up the driveway. Now the driveway isn't in really bad shape, but we've got some areas of mud trying to come up through the driveway since we've had so much rain. I just want to do a top dress of 57 gravel all the way up the driveway to keep it held together through the winter. Now there's a whole lot of thought process that has to go into keeping up a driveway. You have to do it right. You have to have it drain right. You have to have the slope right on the driveway so your driveway doesn't wash away. We've had 64 inches of rain this year, and the driveway's washed away in 2 places twice. So we know we've got problem areas, and we work on those problem areas, and we try to keep the driveway sloped appropriately so that water runs off and not down the middle like a river. So while we're waiting on the driveway guy, we're going to take you over and show you the new shed. It's pretty cool. Right here, we're standing in the middle of what was the garden last year and what will be the garden this year. It needs some work. We're going to be building a composter, a 3 or 4 bay composter here on the end of the garden, where we can take all this old nasty mess, the chicken manure, grass clippings, wood chips, and kitchen scraps, and we're going to pile them all in there and let them ferment, let them rot, and have a nice compost heap out here at the garden. I'll show you how we build all that in a future vlog. And in case you wonder, you can't just put chicken poop on a garden, directly on the garden. It's too hot. In other words, it will burn your plants. It's too high in nitrogen, and there also is an infection risk there too. So you don't want to put chicken manure directly on your garden until it's composted. All right guys, what do you think? This is the new garden shack or honey shack. All the beekeeping supplies will be kept in here, all the hand tools for the garden, the tiller, basically anything I can get out of our automotive type shop and bring down here to get out of the way, it'll be down here. Lawnmowers, all kinds of stuff for maintenance and lawn care and gardening, honeybees and orchard. That's what this is going to be dedicated for. Now we've got several buildings here on the farm, and it just takes a lot of storage to keep all this stuff that you'll only use once, twice, 3, 5 times a year. I mean, how many times are you going to use a shovel in a 5-year period of time? Maybe 15, maybe 100, but you need a good place to store it, and this is the honey shack, and that's what it's for. So let's go in here. It's a 10 by 12. We'll walk around. I'll show you what it's all about. So it's set up on concrete piers, and we'll open her up here. Fully lockable. Very nice inside. 2 by 4 construction. I think it's 18 on center, maybe 24 on center. It is a shed. It's nothing super duper special, but we'll be able to organize this. And we'll also be able to keep a lot of stuff in here that we don't need in the garage. This is pretty cool little latch system right here. You pull down there and you pull up here, then you can open it wide open and have access to all the cool stuff that you need for your garden. Now I guess we can make this into a tiny house if we wanted to, but we don't want to because we got too much stuff to have a tiny house. The cost of this thing was right at $2,000. So $2,000, a 12 by 10 storage building. I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna start moving tools and toys down here so that we have them near the garden. Rad. And just in time, the gravel truck just showed up. Pretty cool. Everything's working out good. I'm going to shoot the drone up in the air and see if we can get some good footage of the gravel truck. Now this truck is not a dual tandem truck. Well, he's already dumping. He's moving with it. I want it to go a little further than it's going. That's okay. This is 13 tons of gravel and we're gonna do 3 loads today. I'll take you down and show you the difference and then we'll get the drone on the next load. Nice. Great job. It looks really, really good, guys. So let's talk driveway science. This is the state maintained gravel road. This turns to snot as soon as we get a rainstorm. So this is slick, snotty, nasty. It slings up on the side of the car. This is our driveway and it doesn't turn to snot because we're keeping gravel turned up on it most all the time and we're appropriately sloping our driveway. So in other words, it needs to be higher in the center and it needs to slope off this way and off that way so that water sheds and it doesn't pool and turn into snot. That's what we're doing here. That's why we're getting gravel. Now it takes a lot of faith on the part of my wife to understand what I'm doing here with this driveway and that I'm trying to build a substantial road here that will not wash, that if something were to ever happen to me and I couldn't maintain it, it would maintain itself. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of money to build a driveway that's gonna last for a long time, especially on a hill like this. So we probably have 200 feet of drop from the house to the main road down here. That's a lot of water moving fast down a hill on a slick spot. Now our driveway here is not immune to washing. We had some washing issues right through here. It washed over the driveway, so we built it up a little bit. We're also not immune from what I call snot. So this wet, snotty, messy area right here is caused by water. Water is just coming up out of the ground right here and it's coming in from behind the house and it's basically just seeping out onto the driveway and causing a mushy spot. As we go up a little bit further, you can see dirt coming up through right in here, and that's what we're trying to fix. Also, there was a high spot in the driveway, and no matter how much gravel I drag over this, I'm still getting mud coming up in a spot right here, a spot right here, and as we go along, you can see some red dirt coming up, like right there. There is a ton of science and a lot of head work at play on keeping a nice driveway. I'm sure all you guys have been out to farms or out on country roads and seen a rutted out pothole mess. The whole purpose here is to keep our place from looking like a rutted out pothole mess. Now, when we bring in big heavy trucks and tractor trailers and stuff up our driveway, we want it to hold up over years and years and years of traffic. So that's what's going on. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming to the farm vlog today. I hope you learned a little bit. I hope you had a little bit of fun. I hope I inspired you to build your own flagpole. I hope I'm inspiring you to enjoy the farm life, the country life, and giving you a little bit of food for thought on what you're going to have to do if you move out to the country and you decide you're going to have a long gravel driveway like we have. It's a lot of work to maintain, but it's well worth it to be this far away from anybody. Awesome. We'll see you guys next time on the farm vlog. Pound that subscribe button, pound that like button, click the bell icon. It'll notify you when I post a new video. And we'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge Farm. All right? Woo!
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo!
The drone up in the air so that we could get a better shot of what's going on here, but the dump truck, the switch that controls the gate on the dump truck would not allow it to open, so we're kind of at a stalemate. Critically low battery. I'll keep you guys posted on what happened, but I think we'll get it fixed. I hope we'll get it fixed. Otherwise, the rock will just have to sit in the back of the truck till he does get it fixed. Dump truck drama, dude. Old equipment breaks. Now you guys wonder why I sold the backhoe. I don't want to maintain any more equipment. I just want to get by with what I got. All these tractors and trucks and stuff, it's all fun and games until something goes wrong. Get it, baby. Got it right. Not quite where we want wanted it spread, but he's doing it. Awesome. We got it. Woo! So the less than ideal situation here is he had to start dumping right here, which kind of led him to not get the gravel spread exactly like I wanted it to. I still got to pay for the rock. Busy time. Busy time. Try to say goodbye, joke. This is a 12 by 10. That's driveway snot. Ugh, Lord.